Usta refuses to accept defeat, insisting he isn't finished and declaring he will become the Wizard King. Revchi laughs at him, explaining that the magic detecting chains show Asta has absolutely no magic knot, even a faint trace sand that he must have been born this way. Now it makes sense to him why Asta never received a having no magic in a world where magic determines everything makes Usta, in Revxi's eyes, a pathetic rarity. He tells Asta that no amount of training will ever change his fate and that he should forget dreams like becoming the Wizard King, because he'll be lucky just to find ordinary work.
Revchi mocks him further by saying his talented friend must be enjoying the moment, bragging that someone like Asta has no place in this world and should just quit.
Usta begins to lose confidence, believing Revchi might be right, until Yuno steps in. Yuno calls Asta his rival and refuses to let Revchi label him a loser. Revchi is shocked that anyone would consider the only magicless child in the world a rival, but Usta apologizes for showing weakness and jumps back into fight. At that moment, he unexpectedly gains a grimoire something. Yuno always believed would happen because Asta had a way of turning impossibilities into reality. Empowered by the grimoire, Asta proclaims once more that he will become the Wizard King. He promises to protect everyone, end hunger, and give the people he loves better lives, determined to prove that even a poor orphan can rise to the kingdom's highest position. The story shifts to their childhood at the church, where Usta and Yuno grow up alongside Sister Lily and the others. Usta continuously tries to propose to Sister Lily, praising her cooking even when the bread is tough, but she rejects him every time because she is a nun. He still swears he'll keep asking until he's old and gray. The children listen to the legend of the first Wizard King the Mage, who defeated a terrifying demon and brought dawn back to the world. This story inspires young Usta, who announces he will become Wizard King and use that power to give everyone better food, nicer clothes, and even rebuild their worn-down church. Despite his enthusiasm, Usta struggles with the painful truth that he has no magic, no matter how badly he tries. Even so, he remains helpful, doing chores, calming babies, and helping Sister Lily however he can, while Usta loudly volunteers for errands. The priest entrusts an important letter to Yuno instead, explaining that their village won. Survive winter without help from a neighboring village because their food, especially the potatoes, is running low. Yuno heads out alone as the snow begins to fall. Later, he is confronted by a drunk man who steals his necklace. Yuno tries to fight back, but is overwhelmed. Usta arrives and, despite being knocked down again and again, refuses to stop fighting. His stubborn persistence finally drives the thief away. Yuno, shaken and grateful, apologizes, but Usta just repeats that he will always have Yuno's back. Revchi, confused and angry, demands to know how someone with no magic could turn his spells aside with that strange sword. Usta shouts that his magic is simply refusing to ever give up. With no magical ability, he trained his body endlessly, and now it's finally paying off. Even injured, he tells Yuno he's fine, and reminds him that nothing will stop him from becoming the Wizard King. He vows to protect everyone, make sure no one starves, and prove that even commoners and orphans can still rise to greatness through hard work and determination. Yuno begins to believe it too. He declares that he'll stop crying and choose the same goal. He wants to become the Wizard King as well, strong enough to protect Usta and everyone else. Usta proudly shows Yuno his newly gained, battered grimoire, promising to treasure it forever. Yuno tells him he will repay the debt one day and brings up their old promise. Usta is surprised he remembers, but Yuno says he would never forget, something like that. They decide that they will both aim for the title of Wizard King, competing as true rivals. For the sake of Sister Lily, the church, and everyone they care about, they vow to fight with everything they have, no matter how difficult the path may be.